11:30 already, I can't believe it. I'm just heading out of the Ulong recreation ground campsite. There's like $7.50 per person per night, so not a bad spot to go and stop. Of course, I didn't use the showers or toilets or anything, but hey, they're there if you wanted to. More rain again. It's not looking like it's going to stop either. I think we've got a few more weeks of this coming up, which is just crazy. And Coff's Harbour seems to be a bit of a hot spot for it. There just seems to be this little bowl of heavy rain. It's probably because it's surrounded by mountains, I guess. I've been hanging around in Coff for quite a while now, and a lot of it came down to the fact that I really wanted to get out to that waterfall that I dropped out to last time in the last video. I was out there yesterday at Ulong Falls. But that goal is now achieved, and there's probably no reason for me to continue tolerating this wet weather. So our plan has always been to head slightly inland from here, up through sort of Glenreagh, and continue heading north because I'm not a fan of this cold weather. I'm thinking I might start that trek basically. It's not going to happen in this video because I will head to Grafton next. And then it will be a slow drive from Grafton over to Glenreagh because I think there's a lot of waterfalls and things to see along the way too. So that's basically what's coming up over the next several weeks. Parting shot of the town. We've got a little fire station, public toilet, we've got tennis courts, nice little playground. Yeah, on the back of the football field. Oh, yeah. That's nice. I reckon that's probably a popular swimming spot in summer. Trees are doing their colour changing and leaf dropping thing over here. So I reckon this is a marginally bigger town than Ulong. Again, we've got just a general store here. Oh, they've got fuel, that's something. $270 for diesel, bloody hell, it's down to like $2.20 in Coffs Harbour. Now one of the old train stations down here. This is the same line that comes from Dorrigo through Cascade where I was yesterday. So I am heading towards Grafton. I'm going to be going inland rather than heading in through Coffs Harbour. So and I've got a couple of options I could take. One of the roads I've already driven on when I came back from Glenreagh, and there is a slightly more inland road which goes from Lowanna through to Glenreagh. Downside is this one includes 15 kilometres of dirt road, but hopefully it's in reasonable conditions. Yeah, the road has deteriorated quite a bit. Found myself a little flat spot on the side of the road. I reckon this looks like a lunch spot given that it is now 12 o'clock. Where does the day go? That's where it gets consumed by me sitting around not doing a whole lot. Just me and the bellbirds. I have run out of all my pre-prepared meals, so time to cook something. Just going with some dumplings today. Some chicken out of the freezer so that I can cook something proper tomorrow. And it started raining again. Bloody hell. I put too much vinegar and too much pepper oil on my dumplings. This is going to be an interesting one. Just looking at the map where I'm sitting here, and it showed the train line, that train line that runs through all those towns up there down to Glenreagh, the Dorrigo to Glenreagh train line. It's supposed to be right next to the road here. So just sort of a bit curious. See an old telegraph pole over there, made out of train line by the looks of it. It's just all full of lantana. I wonder if I can get down and see if there's any tracks down there. Just follow this track up a little bit further that I've parked on to have my lunch. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah. There we are. You can just sort of make out the train line down there. Can't see another telegraph pole over there. Funnily enough, I'm guessing there's usually more than one telegraph pole. Yeah, not going to get down any closer. It's just so choked with lantana and everything. I don't think it's really worth the effort. Let's push on a bit further down to Glenreagh. This track's definitely turned into more of a forestry road than an official road as such, but it's still passable. Just slow going, less than 20 k's an hour most of the time. Here's the Glenreagh Recreation Reserve. Man, pretty busy. Lots of people camping here. They must have a horse event on. I can see a bunch of horse trailers. I'm actually coming to have a look at the the train station. What do we got here? I reckon that's the train station. It's a bit weird. I think they do have like a historic society or something here. But all fenced off as usual. Since I'm passing through, I thought I'd better come down to Scout Falls again and have another look. Be interesting to see if there's any more water coming over with all this rain. I reckon it sounds louder. There we go. I think last time the water was definitely more still than this, so I'm pretty sure it's flowing a lot more. See if we can get round to the other side to have a bit of a look in front. Not easy to navigate around here. Once again, the colour of the water is amazing. It was a beautiful blue last time. Now it's got a real green tinge to it. It's quite surprising. I expected the water to be all milky and dirty, muddy from all the rain, but it's still beautiful and clear. What's going on here? A bit of a dodgy track. Yeah, dodgy track is the word. Treat. Way up above the falls now. There's actually more falls coming down up behind there, but just can't get a clear view of it. The track I was following has just kind of dissolved. Ah, damn it, I can't find the track back now. It's so just, well, not defined at all, basically. I'm just bush bashing. Oh, this looks more promising. There we go, made it back down. Duck back down into the town of Glenreagh, get a bit of internet reception, top up my water tanks, and then I'll head on to Grafton. Oh, this is hilarious. There's this little L-plater on a motorbike that came flying past me way back there, and yeah, it was driving like a clown. Oh, well, straight ahead there's a whole bunch of people set up camp in the bushes. Big sign saying no camping, but yeah, a bunch of permies. The exciting task of cooking some lunch today, so came down here by the river, which is quite pleasant, really. Tell you what, it's a big river, pretty wide at this point. Clarence River, there you go. And there's actually a big island in the middle there. Some pretty magnificent trees around town. Bloody hell, they're really impressive actually. Big figs everywhere. It's very quiet. Like there's been maybe about a dozen or so people walk past, but not much happening. Maybe it's the rubbish weather. Might have something to do with it. This is just on the outskirts of town. The bloody trees are amazing through the town here. What's this? Old courthouse, maybe? Half of it left. You can see a big shopping centre just up the road there. Seen a few old buildings around. How is that for a fig tree? It literally reaches right across the other side of the road. Absolutely insane. Oh, look at that massive staghorn just hanging off a tree on the side of the road. The size of that. Seems that staghorns in the city are quite commonplace. There's even a strangler that's trying to take over a tree here on the side of the road. This is like rainforest activity in the middle of the city. That's cool. Another absolute giant. Bloody hell. Like, look at the relativity between the trunk and the cars. That's crazy. Anyway, I'm going to head over into Bonbon Forest, which is where the mountain bike trails are. Not convinced I'm going to be able to ride, but I'll go and have a look at least, see how wet it is. This is the old bridge over the Clarence River. The train line is underneath this, so it's a double-deck bridge. That's pretty cool. It's opening as well. I guess it only used to open because I can't see there's any need for it. There's a new bridge next to it, which is the same height, which doesn't open. That's quite nice. It's not far off a sealed road, which is a bonus. This is always good when the mountain bike trails are there, and I'm parked there. Perfect. And just as I get the bike out and ready to go, the rain starts. I haven't ridden mountain bike trails for a long time, like almost 2 weeks now. It doesn't give me the impression that the trails are very heavily ridden. Maybe I'm in the old, less popular cross-country section. I don't know. Man, it's tight through some of the trees. I've clipped the bars already, going between a couple. Oh, it's a windy trail. Not a lot of climbing at this stage. It's all just kind of very gentle gradient. I probably bought the wrong bike out, but it is very windy. This one's got more grip than my other bike, so either way. Car park, official trailhead. There's a map. You are here. Okay, I just came onto the Black Trail V-line, which I think is the only black diamond trail out here. But yeah, it's looking very unwritten. What do we got here? I got a bit of a jump. Oh yeah, it's an interesting jump. Get that one wrong, you're in a world of grief. Oh, that was muddy. So is this. Ooh. Is this the only jump in the place? We're way over. Oh my goodness. Ah yes, here we go. Made it. Oops. Where's the trail gone? There we are. Well, good thing I did have a ride last night because, wow, it did rain. As always, the rain makes it a bit of a challenge to work out what to do, but by the same token, there's not actually a lot around Grafton that I want to do or can even do. I don't think there's much here to see. It really is just a town in a river. There's no beaches or anything, of course, because it's a bit inland. I really liked Coff's Harbour. It was just so convenient to so many things to see, You had all the beaches there, beautiful beaches, beautiful headlands, and all within like a 10k radius of the city centre. And if you're sick of the water, 10k's inland, you're in rainforests and stuff. It's absolutely amazing. It's really a pretty good spot. I've always thought of Coffs Harbour as being a good spot to settle down eventually one day. And spending a few weeks there has really sort of confirmed that with me, that it's just got everything that I like to have. So I think in reality, I'm really just going to be here for quite a short time. I do want to start moving on towards Glen Innes. Again, there's not really anything in Glen Innes I want to see, but it's just a waypoint to get on to other places. Looking at the map, just checking out what's along the way that I want to drop in and have a look at. It's not too or quite some distance towards Glen Innes that I start to get towards the national parks and things. So it's about a 70k drive up to almost even the first proper free camp spot that I've found where I really want to stay. So maybe I'll hang around here for a day, or or two, and just get my laundry done, reset everything, restock, etc., and then we'll move on. So I'm deep in thought. I've just finished my laundry, got all that packed away now, been to the supermarket, stocked up on a bunch of groceries and stuff, and now I'm kind of thinking, why bother staying here? Why spend another night in Grafton? There's actually a Riverside camp on the side of the Clarence River about 30 k's towards Glenreagh. It's the way I want to go, so why not just go there? The camp I stayed in last night is 8 k's in the opposite direction, so technically that's a 16k round trip. Even if I leave tomorrow, then I might as well just go 16 k's in the direction I want to go and go straight to that other campsite. It has been a very wet day. Like, I didn't even leave the campsite out at Bomb there until well after lunch. So yeah, got down here about 1:30 or so. It's now 3 p.m. So according to Wikicamps, there's actually 2 camping areas here. Oh wow, that toilet block looks yeah, rubbish everywhere and not looking good. So there's apparently a paid one and an unpaid one, and oh wow, a little sandstone on the other side. How cool is that? I think I'll have a little look and just see how loose the surface is. I don't really want to get stuck down here for the rest of my life, so as long as the water level doesn't come up overnight, we'll be fine. Reckon that'll do me. Not a bad spot at all. There's actually some very gentle rapids there. Must be quite shallow. Water's going downhill. There you go. Quite large cliffs on the other side. Wasn't expecting that. It's a lovely, peaceful place. To be fair, they were down the other end, driving in and out of the river. Anyway, well, the river's definitely tidal up here. See, someone's had a campfire there at some point. It's now engulfed by the water. The little rapids that were there last night are gone, and all this grass is now underwater. Actually, that I kind of figured that because there was grass there, this was probably below the tide line, but apparently not. Does appear to be a favourite spot for the young kids in their modified four-wheel drives with noisy exhaust to come and play around, which is fine, but you know, it does get a little bit annoying, particularly like last night when those 2 guys that were here then went up into the grass and just sat there spinning the wheels for about half an hour. I don't quite see the point of spinning your wheels on the grass. Actually, someone's up there again. This is why these places get closed off to the public, because clowns like this come in and just create a mess everywhere, just run trails all over the place. You know, there's a road onto the gravel. Come on the gravel, have fun, but then they have to cut up all through the bushes, and really I can't relate to them, so don't understand. So I'm going to leave you on that whiny butt crybaby tone and probably head off to another place today, I think. But first of all, I'm going to do some video editing. There's a phone tower close by. The download is not the best here. You can stream YouTube most of the time, but upload speeds look pretty good, so hopefully I can upload the video and get that done before I head into more remote areas. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I know this wasn't a very exciting one, but then over the next couple of days, I'm hoping to see some really good stuff. Next video might be a little bit late because I'm not sure where I'll be, but anyway, we will see. See you later.